Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon all of you. His Excellency Aziz Abdul Hakimov, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Sports of the Republic of Uzbekistan. His Excellency Dr. Sandiago Uno, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia. Distinguished guests, thank you very much for joining us at the Halal in Travel Global Summit 2021 today. I'm Fazal Bahadin. I lead Crescent Rating and Halal Trip. All of us were caught off guard at the beginning of 2020 with COVID-19. Since then, the pandemic has inflicted a heavy toll on all of us, both on lives and livelihoods. Those of us in the travel industry have been extremely badly hit. However, the travel industry is a resilient segment, and now we are all looking forward to the gradual reopening of international borders for travel. As Victor Hugo said, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Although we are still facing many uncertainties in the battle to overcome the pandemic, 2021 started with positive news of the successful development and approval of vaccines by various destinations. As COVID-19 variants will still threaten the efforts to restart tourism, a global effort to vaccinate the population remains key to accelerate the recovery. As many have said, COVID-19 will become endemic. So in the short to medium term, vaccination will be a requirement, especially for travel. This will mean tourism will be more personalized with smaller groups and redesigned visitor experiences. So we have to be prepared for this new normal. That is the reality that we have to navigate through. That's precisely the reason why we decided to host the Halal in Travel Global Summit now. Muslim market will continue to play a significant role in the travel recovery. We wanted to get as many stakeholders as possible to discuss opportunities, critical issues, and challenges to accelerate the recovery of the global travel industry by leveraging the Muslim travel market. So we managed to put together a program with more than 70 international speakers covering diverse topics to help destinations and businesses to be prepared. So I hope you will not miss any of these sessions during these 3 days. Last July, almost a year ago, we released the MasterCard Crescent Rating Travel Readiness Report, which was based on the travel readiness framework we developed. I will not go into the details of that today. You can download the report from our website. I just want to revisit a couple of areas we identified in that report. The first is the 4 recovery phases: containment, recovery, normalization, and growth. Many destinations are doing their best to get to the normalization phase. We hope most of them will get there in the next 12 months. Based on these phases and other drivers mentioned in the travel readiness framework, we projected 3 growth recovery paths facing ASEAN: positive, plausible, and pessimistic. Given that the pandemic has dragged along, we have now updated these projections. The plausible path now is recovery to around 80% of 2019 levels by the middle of 2023. Although this simulation is based on ASEAN travel numbers, we project most other regions could also follow a similar trajectory. Let's look at the Muslim travel market numbers now. International Muslim travel arrivals grew from around 108 million in 2013 to 160 million in 2019. That was considerable growth, a CAGR of 7.5% during that period. But as the pandemic had a massive impact on the travel sector, we estimate that the Muslim arrivals also dropped to around 42 million in 2020. Moreover, more than 90% of these trips were performed in the first quarter of 2020 before most destinations closed their borders. As international borders are expected to open gradually in the latter part of 2021, we estimate that the Muslim visitor arrivals will reach around 26 million in 2021. Importantly, we also project that Muslim travel market will recover up to 80% of the 2019 levels by 2023. So that's on the numbers. But how will Muslim travelers' behavior change post-COVID-19? Will it change? How significant will the change be? We don't have all the answers. However, we wanted to look at three areas. One, faith-based needs. Two, online consumer behavior. And three, general traveler behavior. In 2009, we identified 6 key faith-based needs that influence travel behavior of Muslim travelers. They were halal food, prayer facilities, Ramadan services, water-friendly washrooms, no non-halal activities, and recreational facilities and services with privacy. Muslims, like other consumers, are not homogeneous in their adherence to these faith-based needs. So we group them under need to have, good to have, and nice to have to help service providers prioritize implementation. In 2019, we launched a study to re-examine the faith-based service needs model published in 2009. While the study validated the 6 needs identified in 2009, it also uncovered 3 new needs: no Islamophobia, social causes, and local Muslim experiences. This gave rise to the Muslim Traveler Faith-Based Needs 2.0 that we published in the GMTI 2019 report. What we wanted to do this year was to relook at them in the context of COVID-19. We wanted to see if the pandemic has had an impact on faith-based needs. So for our study, respondents were asked to rate the importance of each faith-based service need during 2 periods, before COVID-19 and at this time. Overall responses indicate that the need to have services are still very essential. In fact, scores for halal food, water-friendly washrooms, and an Islamic-phobic free environment increased. Overall scores across categories in the good to have services indicate that they also continue to view these factors with a medium level of importance. There's some indication to show that they are looking for more social causes in the current environment as compared to the past. We have already seen this pre-COVID and covered it in some of our reports. Especially the younger travelers are increasingly looking to make a social impact. When it comes to nice to have services, they remained low in terms of their level of importance to Muslim travelers. So overall, there are some slight variations, but not significant enough to change anything in the model we developed. So the bottom line is that we do not see faith-based needs changing post-COVID or during this time. So destinations and businesses will have to continue to build capacity and capability to cater these needs. We also looked at the key touchpoints for Muslim-friendly services. The respondents were asked the same questions, that is to rate the importance of each service touchpoint having Muslim-friendly services during 2 periods, before COVID-19 and at this time. Overall, average scores for the services at touchpoints remained the same. The other area we investigated was to see if there are any changes in the lifestyle behaviors, like dining, entertainment, and other lifestyle behaviors. Some of the findings are very obvious, but it is always good to validate them. The respondents agree that since COVID-19, they spend less time dining out and use more food delivery services. Obviously, we all do that. While they also spend less time thinking about travel, they are now more curious about other cultures. In terms of entertainment, they seek more entertainment and watch more videos online during the pandemic. I think all of us are culprits of that. On a positive note, Despite COVID 19, respondents somewhat disagreed that they spend less time talking to their family and friends. Technology continues to play a key role in helping consumers adapt to the COVID 19 environment. They continue to use more technology, including for online retailing. They're also more mindful of their spending habits and use less cash. Their attitude towards higher causes, including religious events and climate change, also heightened since the COVID 19 pandemic. You'll be able to access all these insights in the GMTI 2021 report that we will be releasing tomorrow. When it comes to the general behavior, we have a number of sessions at this event during the 3 days where experts will be sharing their thoughts. So please make sure you join those sessions. I want to close off with the Halal Travel 2.0 discussion we had when we published GMTI 2019. Rather. We saw that 2019 was a beginning of a new phase in halal travel, which we termed as Halal Travel 2.0. We identified 4 key drivers in this phase: technology, social activism, demographics, and environment. We believe COVID-19 just paused that phase. We will see these drivers remain key as we embark on recovery, more so now than when we looked at this in 2019. Let me leave you now with my final thoughts. Muslim market will continue to play a significant role in the next phase of growth, whatever that growth trajectory is. One key driver is the Muslim population demographics. A younger and growing population will help you define the next phase of travel. We have always talked about 3 keys to unlock the full market potential. That is education, capacity building, and marketing. Most of the sessions at this event will cover these areas. I hope this event will help you leverage this segment of travelers to help accelerate travel recovery. It is now my pleasure to invite His Excellency Aziz Abdul Hakimov, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Sports of the Republic of Uzbekistan, to give his keynote speech. And little later, we will also have His Excellency Dr. Santiago Salahuddin Uno, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, giving his keynote speech. Please join us to listen to their plans for Uzbekistan and Indonesia. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.